I'm in love with this Pacifica Pinnacle edition. Those lumbar pillows on the second row, the quilted leather seats, the great ride quality, that FamCAM, this thing does it all. There's even enough room to take all your luggage along and keep that third row up. But before we get into it, make sure you take a moment to like and subscribe, and be sure to click that bell so you're alerted each week when our new reviews come out. Let's tackle the elephant in the room. Minivans aren't cool. I don't care how automakers dress them up. I don't care what they name them. The idea of a minivan just isn't cool. That is, until you get to the interior of this Pinnacle edition of the Pacifica. And since the primary motivation for purchasing a minivan is going to be space and convenience, as you can see here, this Pacifica has a kick function that actually opens this sliding door. That way, you don't have to always rely on having the key in your hand or reaching for that handle when your hands are full. One touch allows you to close the doors here from the second row. Now, as the parent, you can turn that feature off up front so that you could be the only one to have control of that power door. But here in this second row seat, in this Pinnacle edition, we have built-in monitors. And for some of your older teenagers, they may not be as big of a fan of these monitors as some of your smaller children, but you have the option of a USB-C fast charger or an HDMI or an auxiliary cord that allows you to transfer your movie or your data from your device right to this screen. It also comes with headphones and a remote control to control that. It's not just here on this seat, there's also one here on the passenger seat as well. So the two little ones will have access to their own information, their own movies. They don't have to share. Here below, we have this cool drawer with cup holders built in and a place for enough snacks to get you from Atlanta all the way to Orlando. These seats are able to move forward and back, and there's also a recline feature. You have armrests on both sides, so even an adult can enjoy being here in the second row. You want to let the light in? Here you go. You want to block it out when the little ones are a bit fussy, or you just don't want to have that light on you. I like the fact that we have these AC vents here above head, as well as a place here to hang your coat and jacket when you're driving along. There are controls right over here on this side that control your heating and AC for this third climate control here for the second and third rows. Now let's go check out the third row. Not quite as much leg room as it is in that second row, but it's plenty. Chrysler, I think, really missed the boat here on this third row. As you can see, there are no third row USB phone chargers here on this driver's side. They're only over here on the passenger side. And there are two cup holders plus a little cubby over here. And on this side, there's only one cup holder. I don't know what the thought process is behind that, but I would like to have seen USB chargers right here on this side as well as that side. But now let's get back to the things that Chrysler got right on this Pacifica. We already talked about the hands-free access to the second row, but the hands-free is not just for the side doors. But that's not where the convenience stops. The minivans from the Chrysler and Dodge brand have long been known for these fold-away seats. On this Chrysler, this third row with a pull of two ropes, it's pulled and folded right down into the floor. This allows for access for additional cargo, say from the big box stores or maybe even the home improvement stores. Now let's make our way to the place where you'll most likely spend the majority of your time. Now let's look at some must-have features that parents didn't even know they must have. Things like this. We have a FamCAM. It lets you see every seat in the car and position. And if you want to single in on which kid it is, you can actually go from seat to seat and it'll give you right here on this side a close-up of what's going on that seat. Another must-have that you probably do know that you need is surround camera. It gives you a 360 view around the Chrysler Pacifica. So, kids leave toys, things out in the yard. You can see my tripod stand here. It shows everything around the vehicle. I can go the rear, front, and I can even look over in case I were towing a trailer. Control. We have dual climate controls here in the front seat. That moves a little bit slowly, but I've grown accustomed to it. We have heated seats for both front seat passengers, heated steering wheel, as well as ventilated seats for both front seat passengers. I also have the ability to control the second row HVAC from here. I can lock it so that the young children can't keep playing with it, or unlock it when they become preteens and a little more responsible. And what is a family road trip vehicle without plenty of ways to keep your devices charged? USB and USB-C fast chargers, wireless phone charging. There's even another one here in this center console that's deep enough for the Kleenex box. Then you have to have a cup holder big enough for what you can get from Buc-ee's. And for those extra things you didn't need from Buc-ee's, it's nice to have this shelf here. It passes through so mom and dad can sneak their snacks without the kids seeing it in the second and third row. And let's not forget, this is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Add more miles to your range. And I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised with this 120-volt level 1 charger. Every night I plug this up, and by the time I was ready for work in the morning, I had 100% charge. So it actually did extend my range every day. Did I mention you have a remote start that you can start this from the house? You lock the doors and that gets the interior warmed up, the seats warmed up, and ready for your ride. So you probably have gathered by now, I'm in love with this Pacifica Pinnacle Edition. Those lumbar pillows on the second row, the quilted leather seats, the great ride quality, that FamCAM, this thing does it all. There's even enough room to take all your luggage along and keep that third row up. Most SUVs can't do that unless they're full size, and then they won't fit in your garage. With this Pacifica, will absolutely fit in my garage. But there's no such thing as a perfect vehicle. And I did find 2 things about this Pacifica that I would change, and I hope Chrysler is listening. On this third row, there should absolutely be USB phone chargers on both sides. Can you imagine your kids fussing over whose cord is where and who's gonna sit where in that third row? And then lastly, Chrysler, everybody else is doing it. You gotta get on the bandwagon. There should be a built-in vacuum cleaner to get those Cheerios up over the second and third row. It's not a must, but it's a nice have. That hybrid powertrain, though, does really well on the highway, and being able to drive it 32 miles on a single charge makes this a real winner. This Pacifica, in my book, is hot. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and click that little bell so you won't miss our reviews as they come out each week.